No one tells you that the road listens. They warn you about drunk drivers, blown tires, desert heat, but not about what happens when you drive Route 66 after midnight, when the headlights are the only thing proving you still exist. I'd been on the road for 9 hours straight, heading through western New Mexico, caffeine failing me one sip at a time. The sky was moonless. The desert looked endless, like the world had stopped rendering past my headlights. That's when the radio clicked on by itself. Not music. Breathing. Slow. Wet. Right against the mic. I slammed a power knob. Static screamed back. Then a voice whispered, "Don't slow down." I told myself it was exhaustion. Then I saw the man standing in the road. He didn't move, didn't wave, didn't even flinch as my headlights washed over him. His clothes looked burned, like they'd melted into his skin. One arm hung too long, the other bent the wrong way. I swerved. The car fishtailed, tires shrieking, heart hammering so hard I thought it would crack my ribs. When I stopped, the road behind me was empty. No man, no footprints, no explanation. I laughed, loud, shaky, the kind of laugh people make before they cry. That's when my phone rang. No signal, no bars, no caller ID. I answered anyway. A woman spoke, her voice layered, like several people were trying to talk through the same mouth. "You saw one of them," she said. My throat went dry. "Saw who?" "The ones who walk when they should be dead." The line crackled. In the background, I heard screaming, cut short, over and over like a skipping record. "Pull over," she whispered. "They can't touch you if you stop." That should have scared me. Instead, it felt wrong. I hung up. 5 minutes later, my headlights flickered, then went out. The car kept moving. I couldn't see the road, only shapes drifting just beyond the darkness. Figures pacing me on both sides. Their bodies were incomplete. Faces half gone, skin torn open like they'd been scraped across asphalt. They walked calmly, patiently, like they knew I'd join them soon. My headlights snapped back on, and there it was, a motel, 1 story tall, neon sign buzzing, missing letters so it read STY. I didn't remember seeing it on the map. I pulled in anyway. The office bell rang when I stepped inside, sharp and loud in the silence. A man sat behind the desk, smiling too wide, eyes never blinking. "You're late," he said. "For what?" I asked. "For stopping." He slid a guest book toward me. The pages were thick with names, hundreds of them, each written shakily, like the writer's hands had been trembling. I found one I recognized. The man from the road. Under his name was a note. Didn't listen. My stomach twisted. "I'm leaving." The clerk's smile widened. No one leaves the first night. The lights went out. The hallway filled with footsteps. Dragging, limping, crawling, voices whispered through the walls. "Pull over. Stay with us. The road hates being alone." I ran. Out the door, into the car, tires screaming as I tore back onto Route 66. In the rearview mirror, the motel wasn't there. Only the figures. Dozens of them moving. They stepped onto the road, arms outstretched, mouths open, not screaming, but calling. My phone buzzed one last time. The woman's voice returned, softer now. "They let you go," she said, "because you didn't rest." "What happens if I stop?" I asked. She paused. "They carve your name into the road." The call ended. I drove until sunrise. When daylight finally hit the desert, the figures were gone. The road looked normal, harmless. That night, safe in my own bed, I checked my phone. A voicemail I never remembered receiving. My own voice played back, cracked with terror. If you're hearing this, don't stop. Don't ever stop. Attached was a photo. Route 66, a fresh carving in the asphalt. My name, and a date. Tomorrow. If you're listening to this right now, and you've ever driven alone at night, don't stop. And if you want more true-style horror stories like this, stories they don't warn you about, subscribe to the channel, like the video. If this story creeped you out, comment below. Would you stop on Route 66 or keep driving forever? Because the road is always listening, and it remembers everyone who doesn't.